Go get it. I won't stop, I won't quit.
Welcome, gentle beings.
Hi everyone, welcome.
Okay, do it again.
Okay. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Truth and Transparency. Today I've got a little bit of a different video and I'll be joined, not in the video, but my daughter's going to be doing a Q&A with me. So she's recording and asking the questions and I'll be answering them, and hopefully it will cover some of the curiosity that some of you may be having.
Nice. First question. When did you start your Mounjaro and what were the reasons why?
Okay, so I first started using Mounjaro May 28th of this year, a day after my birthday in fact, and the reason for me using it was, if you don't know already, I've got a diagnosis of type 2 diabetes. That was diagnosed back in 2019. So what happened is I went on this kind of journey of trying to eliminate it through diet and exercise. I incorporated intermittent fasting. I cut out meat, dairy and fish. Pretty much was just living off water, green teas, in a bid to kind of get the levels down. I hadn't realised how high my levels were at the time, and it was just kind of on the advice of, oh well, if you lose weight it will go down. So at the time I wasn't my highest weight, but I was 13 stone 8, and so I managed to get down to 11 stone in probably a period of, how long would you say it was? About a year? About a year. Yeah, about a year. But I was grinding. I was going in hard. I was. You can say what I was doing.
Yeah, you was doing that.
And every day during COVID.
And you was going on your walks and
biking. Yeah, I was putting in the work. And then I got to like bored, complacent with the food and restricted food eating. So yeah, I went back to being a flexitarian. That's my own kind of description of it. So just eating what I want when I want, not refining it to vegan or keto or pescatarian. I just was like, yeah, I'm going to be a flexitarian. If I fancy meat, I'll eat meat and so forth. And I managed to maintain the weight off, give or take, 1 to 5 pounds on, especially on like a monthly cycle, wasn't it? Obviously if I was a few weeks, if I've been heavy on the carbs, you'd see the water kind of influx, and then I'd just be able to kind of eat clean for 2 weeks and it would just strip off. But I noticed, particularly this year, my 43rd birthday, but yeah, more particularly since I turned 40s, it's not as easy to strip off the weight. If I put some on, it's not as quick as 2 weeks. It takes a lot longer. So my GP would do my kind of 6 monthly diabetes review and blood screening, which is the HB1AC blood test, and it showed my levels had actually increased to more than what they were when I originally got the diagnosis in 2019, despite me being at a lower weight. And yeah, so hence I tried to tablet forms, and they said, right, let's try the Mounjaro. So here I am.
Nice. So what dose did you start with, and then what dose are you on now?
So I started with 2.5, which is the starting dose. Everyone starts at 2.5 milligrams. There isn't kind of any rule in which how long you can stay on it or how quickly you should move up. But in terms of the advice that was given to me and the prescription that was given, because I am medically exempt, so I do get it via the NHS, so I don't have to pay for it. But yeah, after 4 weeks, so my first pen, they moved me up to the 5 milligrams.
Nice. Do you plan on increasing your dose?
No, I don't. Not because I have a choice in. I don't have a choice in it being increased. My diabetes nurse, I think, given what my my weight wasn't kind of hugely on the high side, although I was in the category of obese. Was it obese? Yeah. They said that there won't be any reason for me to step up. So the next pen would be 7.5, but for their plan, their management plan for me is to keep me on the 5 milligrams.
Okay. How have you found the journey so far? Have there been any side effects?
Oh, okay. So the journey has been kind of up and down, highs and lows, not linear at all. And I've had a various range of side effects and symptoms, ranging from nausea, reflux, acid burps, which you love.
I do not love.
Like headaches and migraines. I've had the fatigue. I've had quite loose stools. Diarrhea, if you want to call it that. I've had itching. I did have some itching actually around the site, which was interesting. A couple of times it stung. It's not painful, but it's like, oh, a bit of a sting. I get a metal taste in my mouth. I've had heavy suppression, which is what most people get. So yeah, there's been a range, but the most ones that I have consistently and have stayed is the nausea and the lovely burps that literally they taste and smell like egg.
Oh.
Yeah.
How is it helping with your diabetes, and how much weight have you lost so far?
So with the diabetes side, it's helping tremendously. It's really good. My blood sugar levels are going down. So I definitely am confident in knowing that feeling that when I have my next blood test to review my levels that kind of measure it over the last 3 months, it will show an improvement. So yeah, I'm seeing that my levels, I used to get like you know this, didn't you? If I would eat a sugary food or drink high sugar content juice, I'd get like a tingling sensation and numbing in my hands and my feet. Yeah, a few times I've probably had hypos and not really realised that they were hypos.
Yeah.
Not requiring hospital admittance, but yeah. So I'm no longer playing with fire, and I'm really being conscious and mindful about what I'm consuming. So yeah. And weight loss has been slow, very slow, but they did say that the primary job for the Mounjaro in my body is for it to have an impact on the diabetes, which it is doing, and as a side effect it will help me to lose weight. You usually kind of lose about 15 to 20% of your overall body weight. I haven't calculated what that is or what that would be, but yeah, I've lost 7 pounds so far, so I'm happy with that.
I guess based on that, did you have a goal weight, or do you have a goal weight?
Goal weight? I ain't worried about no goal weight. I'm trying to look good naked. I'm trying to worry about this jawline. I'm not worried about no scale and no numbers. I don't even like math, okay? I want to look good naked. I want a jawline. I want this body. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. So stop asking me numbers. I don't know numbers. Don't like science. Don't like math. Don't like none of that. I want a body. I want to look good naked. That's it. That's the story, okay? Got it.
I toy with this because it kind of like, I'm thinking, okay, 10 stone. But then I'm also like, I'm 43 years old. Like, I want to look womanly as well. I don't want to look like, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think I still want to maintain a bit of shape.
Yeah.
I think it will probably lose the fat and then build to kind of like my body composition in certain areas that I want to kind of enhance. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
How-
see. We'll see when we'll see. I'll
What
know.
happens?
I'll know when it's the goal. When I look in the mirror.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to look good naked.
How long do you plan to stay on Mounjaro for?
It's kind of like not my choice, really. You know, given that it's not had any kind of significant negative side effects that caused me to come off the medication, the goal is I need to stay on it until my blood sugar levels come down in a healthy range. So at the moment they're in the red and I need them to be in the green. So there's quite a few kind of metrics it has to go through to get to that. So I don't know, how long is a piece of string? When we get there, we get there. Hopefully not too long.
Yeah. Do you worry about what happens when you have to stop? So like weight gain, or if you're in that green, I guess returning back to that red. Is that a thought that comes for you?
It is. It's always going to be, I think, more so in my mind because, like I said, when I did the intermittent fasting and I was fixed on, right, if I lose weight, it will go. I lost the weight, it went higher. So it was like, this is not mathing. And I just feel that, you know, it's working well. Do I need to rely on it long term? If they take me off, because I get to a place of being in remission, if I don't curb now eating habits, understanding my body and what my body how my body responds to certain food groups, then it will come back. And I don't want to do that. And you know, like, because Nanny, my mum, she's also diabetic. Bless her, she's 83, and she's been on insulin since she had a diagnosis. So it's been with her lifelong, and we've seen all the medical kind of implications it's had on her eyesight, like healing. Praise God, she's not had any amputations, but she's had a few set of hypos, had a coma. So yeah, it's quite dangerous when I think of that. It's quite scary, sorry, when I think of that side of things. So I'm very conscious of it.
Yeah.
But don't want to live in a place of fear either.
Yeah, makes sense. Is there anything you've had to change on the journey?
Yeah, increase in protein. Because the muscle loss. You're laughing. Why are you laughing?
It's the way that you said it. You said because the muscle loss.
The muscle loss, yeah. How can I explain this? Okay, for women's bodies, when you've just had a baby, your belly goes like jugu jugu. It's like jelly after, and some, like, as you're losing the weight, things just a little bit more looser.
Yeah. The muscle is not there.
My arm, like, where's the where is the muscle gone? I used to be able to do this and flex, and it would be like, but you can see a little bit of bingo ring there.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. So yeah, I'm not enjoying that. So yeah, I want to weight train. I want to do some kind of core strength and training. I've had to cut out. I don't touch fizzy drink anymore. I can't tell you the last time that I've had juice, not diluted juice, like a
Orange
fruit,
or apple
orange
juice.
yeah, juice, carton juice. That could be like once every couple of weeks. I'm really trying to just eliminate as much as processed sugars as I can. Is it realistic that I kind of maintain that on a like for the rest of my life? No, but if I can do it, like, what's the rule called? 80-20? If I can do that, then that will be good. Although you did offer me that cookie the other
I'm
day.
so sorry.
I boxed the whole
I
thing.
just sharing is caring.
Yeah. So I've had to change that, changing mindset as well of what I think I look like, because you can develop a little bit of not quite body dysmorphia, but you have to remind yourself when you've lost weight, oh yeah, like, so dressing to fit the size that you are, receiving compliments when people notice and not batting them back or rejecting them. What other things? I think it's a lot of mental work. There's a lot of mental work. People think you're just taking a skinny jab, and no, it's a lot of mental work. Even for people who take it that don't have the diabetes, when you have the kind of like a hunger craving, it takes discipline to know and understand, okay, I don't have to give in to that craving. But then there's also other mental work where the suppression is quite heavy and you don't feel like eating, but you know, I need to eat because my body needs the nutrients and energy, otherwise I'm going to feel the fatigue. So it's not as straightforward as people think, just shoving a needle in your belly. So yeah, lots of mental work.
Yeah. Last but not least, is there anything that you would do differently if you were going to start the journey again?
No, actually. No, I think I would. No, actually, no. I've started watching a few, because obviously I'm vlogging the journey and sharing the journey on YouTube. Connect a little bit more, better than I have done, which at the start, to find people, and probably join like a forum or something from, I don't know, the Diabetes UK Association, and see if there's anyone else that have kind of has similarities of the journey, how they're getting on. Yeah, maybe just connecting more to kind of speak about the experiences. Sharing is caring, and it just helps that you're not alone in the journey, because although Mounjaro is quite it's very effective, so lots of people are kind of responding well to it. So there's a lot of people in the UK, I think they said like 1.5 million of the UK are using it now, which is fantastic, because obviously we know that statistics, research, obesity is on the increase. I think I find it's quite niche, like not many have, that I've seen, let me not make the assumption, not many that I've seen that have kind of put themselves out there that have the diabetes alongside with it as well. And I'm just thinking of one that I follow, Karen GLP1. She's got diabetes as well. Or had, because she was successful and she's in remission. And that is where I'm trying to get to.
Yes.
So yeah. Thank you for interviewing me.
That's all right.
Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it wasn't too rushed and everything was thoroughly answered. But if there are any additional questions that you have, please pop them in the chat. If there's anything that you want to share, or you've got any tips that you think will be valuable for me to learn along the way, please also do share. Obviously hit that button to subscribe and see when a new video comes out and continue following my journey. Thanks for watching and take care.
I won't stop.